And we are live. Was good, Josh, your main deal. Saint. Welcome to Tech Sunday. Yeah, what's good, y'all? Sunday. Yeah, yesterday y'all couldn't come do the news roundup show, man. I apologize for that, guys. Anybody who may have been looking for it, I didn't do a thumbnail or anything. On I couldn't get to it. I just couldn't get to it. And then I was gonna try to jump on later, but I went to catch up with family and just decompress. You need to do that every now and then. Um, So yeah, I did that. I had people who were out doing things. You know, a lot of people were hitting me up. Not a lot, but a few folks were hitting me up like, hey, but sometimes you just gotta take time out to spend it with family. You know what I mean? I sat down and just hung out with my cousin, and it was good. It was good. I haven't seen my cousin. Like we live in the same city. I haven't seen him in like, I don't know, 3 weeks. It's crazy. It's crazy. A lot going on. And it was good to talk. We were able to talk about what's going on. You gotta have that person that you can always go to and y'all can, talk back and forth and get your head right, get back into the game. So here we are. Cause he was like, man, you ain't even do your stream. I'm like, bro, I had to get out the house, man. He's like, all right, make sure you do it today. So here we are. Tech Sundays, man. We're gonna talk about the uh the use of AI in the modern battlefield. We're gonna do that talk, y'all. Wanted to do this a few weeks ago, but we had Sister Mei Ling on last week, which was a great show about how the financial system work. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And that's check out her YouTube channel, Markets with May. Um, 17 years. She spent 17 years in the banking industry. Really knows her stuff. And now is the time to really get that information because you see what's going on with the banking industry, what's going on with our economy right now. If banks aren't lending out money, that will stop the economy, not just slow it down. It will stop the economy as we know it. And commercial real estate is going through it. Is bracing for even more rough times in commercial real estate. Now probably that'll spill over into residential real estate. If anybody out there who's like flipping houses and stuff like that, or anyone who needs bridge loans for their business, they know what I'm talking about. Rates are going through the roof. Um, Now, for when you're looking at housing for a second or third home or whatever, you're looking at rates way north of 7%. 7.5, 7.8, 8.3%. And that's for people with good credit. Like if so it's gonna get rough out there, y'all. We're gonna continue that conversation into next week. Um, but y'all, you guys know I stay on top of that, and I hope you guys are looking at that too, because it affects every last one of us. Every last one. So definitely look into that, guys. And check out that episode we did it with May Ling, Marcus with May. That was a really good episode. I look forward to bringing her back on the platform. I have so many questions for her. And I send her questions all the time offline. Like I hit her up DMs and stuff like that, and she'll hit me back. So it's good to have resources like that. Y'all network. I'm telling you, network. And speaking of networking, in South Florida, Valuetainment and Fresh and Fit platforms are getting together. They're doing a live event June 2nd in Fort Lauderdale at the Valuetainment facilities. It's live. You guys should check it out. I'm gonna see if I can remember to pull up the page. I'll pull up the page so you can see it. But you guys should definitely check it out. Two of my favorite platforms, and I will definitely be there. That is Friday, June 2nd. That's gonna be in Fort Lauderdale. Telling you, that's gonna be definitely worth the cost of admission to get down there. It's gonna be a really good. I believe it's gonna be a really good event. Can't wait for Friday the 2nd to get here. I want to check that out. What's good? We got Frank Shinora in the house, man. We got the Foxtrot Share podcast in the house. What's good, y'all? I know he's chomping at the bit. He focuses on conflict and war. So on his page, so definitely check that out, man. Foxtrot Sierra podcast. And he's in the chat today. We're going to be talking about the Battlefield of the Future. There's a couple things I want to watch, and then I'm definitely going to drop the link. I'm pretty sure he's going to jump up. I'm sure he has stuff to talk about. So yeah, that'll be here probably towards the end of the stream. Last 15 minutes or so of the stream. Definitely going to drop the link if anybody wants to jump up and get involved in the conversation. please feel free. Definitely more than welcome and encouraged to do so. So we're gonna get into this. AI is definitely here. It's not going anywhere. You got people like Elon Musk, who was 100% behind free AI, and now he's not. He's really worried. You have a lot of people who've been involved in development of artificial intelligence for decades now, and a lot of people are coming out. They're worried. They're worried. They're not sure what's up with AI. They think it should be, controlled better. People who were like, yeah, just free AI. Now they're kind of like, I don't know. They think it should be some checks just in case the computers decide to do something else. It might be a little too late for that. I mean, AI is here. Deep fake is here. AI is plugged in a lot of places on the planet. Someone's gonna unleash a free AI one of these days if they haven't already done so, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This is no one really knows, but artificial intelligence, AI, way smarter than we are, and it gains knowledge at a rate that is incomprehensible to us. So, what will artificial intelligence do? We don't seem to know. We got brother Scam Likely in the house. What's good, Dusto? How you feeling, bro? We don't know, but we do know this. It's definitely changed the way we look at warfare. You can look at AI and you can look at how artificial intelligence has changed the way we even plan. You look at what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. Of course, we don't have battle bots on the ground, but we do have drones. We have drones that are dropping ordnance, bombs. There's cyber warfare going on, which has been going on for a while. The Russians have been involved in uh, with American politics, kind of doing what they're doing using cyber tactics, which is all controlled by AI in some instances. Um, just that's a psyop. That's to kind of keep people off balance, to keep people upset, to do whatever or whatever. Um, that's going to continue to be the case. And now we have deep fake that looks so real that deep fake could cause all sorts of chaos. I mean, you think about Alfred Hitchcock. I think it was way back I think it was the 30s when he did that radio program of Invasion from Mars or whatever, and he was doing a radio show. Because remember, they didn't have TV back then. Everyone would gather around the radio and just listen to news and entertainment, like programming. So, we have this back in the day, they only had radio. And he did the show with the disclaimer at the top of the show, like, this is uh a work of fiction, whatever he said, it was disclaimer, but then he went into the show and the show was broadcast as a mock uh news broadcast. Is like, Martians have landed and they're attacking Earth, and people were roaming around America in their pickup trucks, man, with their shotguns, and the National Guard got activated and people were looking for the Martians. And it was just a broadcast. It was just a TV show, a radio show. So that was then with the radio. Now we have deep fake, and everyone believes what they see on TV or their computer screen. So now AI can take President of the United States or Prime Minister of Great Britain or France or the UK or whatever, and they can have these people say things and post it on YouTube or somehow get it broadcast to the masses, and that can wreak havoc. It can wreak havoc with the markets. It could cause the markets to go one way or the other. Um, that's the world we're living in now. All that's artificial intelligence, man. So when people think of AI and they think of warfare, they're thinking Terminator, robots coming to get you. Um, that's not necessarily the case, guys. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily the case. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll just put it up on the screen. I'll show you guys, some video of what I mean. No, we're not gonna have any audio on this. I just want you guys to see what when people talk about Battlefield and they talk about AI. Oops, wrong one, guys. And they talk about AI. Um, they have this notion of what that looks like, and that notion is generally speaking this. They think it looks something like this. Battle bots and Terminator. How like this on the screen right here. This is like the Boston Dynamics thing, and then people are waiting for humanoid looking robots to come out here and do battle with humans. But you guys have seen these videos, and that's the movie with Will Smith there. Um, I forget the name of the movie, but this is what people are thinking. They're gonna have robots gonna be running around out here with pistols and machine guns, and the humans are gonna have to fight them. And no, no. Now you will see these little doggy drones out there, and you will see aerial drones. They have those doggy drones in real life right now. There's some Air Force bases that use them as security. They're mounted with weapons. They've been weaponized. These drones right here. Um, and then you have the Boston Dynamics, humanoid type robot that they're creating is supposed to be coming out pretty soon. And then of course drones. Right. So people think this. They think, oh, AI is going to create a robot army. We're going to have to go fight the robots like in the movie Terminator. I don't believe it's going to go down like that. I don't believe it. If AI decides it wants to get rid of humans, AI will come up with way better ways, more efficient ways to do it. It won't be us doing that sort of thing, right? So don't worry about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. And appreciate that, brother. You say I Am Legend. Yeah, that was the I Am Legend was no, I Am Legend, I believe, was the Will Smith movie when it was the not the I Robot is the name of that movie they were showing. It was I Robot. I Am Legend is the one when they had the the zombie type creatures or whatever. That was I Am Legend when Will Smith had a dog. That was based on a graphic novel. Um, the one that they were showing in that video was I Robot, which I Robot was a pretty good movie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Miss Globe Girls in the House was good. My favorite sailor. Improved unmanned surface and underwater warships in the works, and the wave of the future. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Miss Globe Girl's right. I mean, this is the kind of stuff. So it's not so much that we have these drones or we have these unmanned vehicles. The thing is, if artificial intelligence is commanding these vehicles, they can override human oversight. In other words, AI is going to be way smarter than the humans that created it, and AI can do whatever. So, it's going to be crazy to see how this plays out. So, I did find a video that I kind of wanted to cover. It's like 8 minutes or so. The YouTube channel is The AI Era Begins. I'm going ahead and subscribe to that. Um, they have about 1,240 some odd subscribers. I just subscribed. I want to, keep my eye on these guys because they're putting out some pretty good information. So I want to play this video and just kind of react to this video that they have. So that'd be pretty cool to watch. Pitney Jules in the house. What's good, fam? These robots remind me of the robots shown in the movie Elysium. I'd love to live in a world with these sort of machines. Yeah, man. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, and that was a pretty good movie. I thought Elysium was good. They had the exoskeleton, which is again that's science fact now. Started out as science fiction. Now it's science fact. You have exoskeletons. I think you'll see those on the battlefield more than you will see robots, with the exception of those doggy style robots. And like Ms. Globler said, the United States Navy is really interested in unmanned, surface and submersible vehicles, as well as aircraft. Um, so hey, we're living in a pivotal time, guys. Pivotal time. We got Brother Viking in the house. What's good, fam? How you feeling? Yep. Being aware of the new tech is good, but living in fear of it, not so good, right? And that's the thing. Like you got Elon Musk afraid of AI. And I mean, he's very vocal about it. You have other people who are like, "Come on, man, you tripping." But I mean, this is one of those genies that once you let out the bottle, you ain't never getting back in the bottle. So I would definitely tread with caution. I'm with Elon Musk on that one. You know what I mean? Like, take your time. But again, someone is going to do what they do. The world is too big. People have money. They're gonna unleash artificial intelligence, man. Let it get plugged in, and then we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We are going to see. Hopefully, AI is cool with humans. If it's not, we got a problem. So let's get into this video real quick. Um, And the title of this video is how the military uses artificial intelligence to fight war, hashtag military, hashtag AI technology. So let's check this out.
The US and other countries are currently working on different military AI applications. Artificial intelligence is becoming an important part of war thanks to its use in the military. Traditional military systems aren't as good at handling large amounts of data as AI-powered systems are. Because it is so good at making decisions, AI makes it much easier for combat systems to self-regulate, self-control, and act on their own. AI is used in most military applications, and more research from military research agencies helps to develop new AI applications that make it easier for the military to use AI-powered systems. Today in this video, we are going to talk about the top 8 applications of artificial intelligence in military. But before we start our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. So
Yeah, definitely give them a like and subscribe. So right off rip, the stuff that they're talking about is what worries me. You know, they're using they want AI to self-regulate. They want AI to think about what it's doing. All right, that's cool if you're making hamburgers or widgets, but when you're talking about military systems, when you're talking about, missiles, stuff like that, I don't know. Like when you have an AI system that's I mean, some 20 millimeter Gatling gun system, like some sort of phalanx system. I mean, that thing could wreak a lot of damage. It just tears stuff up. So when I hear stuff like that, like, I don't, man, I'm cool with artificial intelligence being a part of the system, but I'm not cool with it being autonomous, because if it's thinking on its own, uh, if there's some sort of glitch, you know what I mean? If someone implants some sort of Trojan horse bug or something like that and infects the computer, and the computer believes that the good guys are the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys, and they just turn those weapons on the good guys, you got yourself a real problem. So that's my big concern. But let's continue. Oops.
of military application. Number 1. Cybersecurity. The risk of cyber attacks on military networks can result in the destruction of military hardware and the loss of information that is vital to the operation of the military. On the other hand, systems that are empowered with AI protect computers, data, programs, and networks from any illegal access that could possibly be attempted. The AI is the one who offers this level of defense. In addition to this, internet security systems that are driven by artificial intelligence may record the pattern of the cyber attack and generate capabilities to defend against it in accordance with the pattern. Number 2. Warfare systems. A growing
So, hey, pay attention to number 2, y'all. Warfare systems. Pay attention to this part. And Ms. Glover already said right off rips, and she's Navy. She was talking about what the Navy is doing and what she's seen. You guys know I'm Army. I'm former Army. I was in the Army in 1990. The stuff that SF was showing us, the Green Berets were showing us stuff that they were testing that I still haven't seen on the battlefield today. So think about that. The tech that they were testing back in 1990, no, it's not even common yet. So just imagine the stuff that we didn't see that's out there, that they're getting ready to unleash on the world. Now, let's see, Brother Viking, I just picked up a whole DJI FPV drone with all the extras just from the bonus points I've racked up on my credit card, on my credit cards. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Hey, drones are cool, man. Especially when you're doing video and whatever you're doing with your drone. Drones are really cool. Be careful flying your drones in the States. Make sure you guys are aware of airspace and all that. I think all that's programmed into the drone. You want to make sure that your drones don't drift into controlled airspace or anything like that, because the FAA is watching, and if they see you, they will come get you. So just keep that in mind. And a lot of that stuff is programmed into the drone, so now FAA can see whose drone it is. They can see the drone, they can, get the information, and they can track you down fairly quick. So be careful with that. Brother Pitney, in a world heavily dependent on AI, cybersecurity would be pivotal. Maybe that's where all the new jobs will be created. Those jobs, yeah, there'll be new jobs, but those jobs will be cyber jobs, bro. Like, AI would do all the thinking. I guess the humans will be there just to maintain the machines, like just doing maintenance on the machine themselves, keep the machines clean. Um, but I guess even that, when even for those jobs, I think AI would create robots, maintenance robots that will maintain the computer systems. AI, I'm telling you, bro, AI, like AI is gonna make it to where humans don't have to work. So this is gonna be crazy. It's gonna start with the high end, high paying white collar jobs, and it's gonna work its way down. But you know, young kids are out here like, yeah, I want to be a lawyer. You might want to think about that. There's not going to be any need for any attorneys because AI is way more efficient than attorneys. Administrative assistants and stuff like, I mean, systems analysts, those type jobs, bro, which were high paying, they're going to go away because AI could do it way better, way better. And then, sister, Ms. Globe Girl, if we live in fear of innovation, we will never evolve as a human race. I agree with you. All I'm saying is, when it comes to AI, we should take some precautions. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. We are creating artificial intelligence. We create a system, a being. We create a being that's self-aware, which is, you can create a computer to become self-aware, and it can learn a million times faster than humans can learn. It could be a problem. It could be a real problem, brother Viking. Indeed, I've done my homework. Most of the info is built in, and I've got a third party app that checks when I can fly too. Perfect. That's what you want to do. Be careful with your drones. There's a lot of people out there just get these drones and they fly them, and people have no idea about the airspace above them. I do because that used to be in my job, my career. But drones are a problem. I mean, can be a problem if you fly your drone into some controlled airspace. And depending on the kind of airspace you fly into, you can find yourself in some real trouble. So just keep that in mind. But let's continue with the video.
Growing number of armed forces around the world have initiated the process of incorporating artificial intelligence technology into their weapons and other forms of military hardware. These systems include those that are stationed on ground, air, sea, and space platforms. Artificial intelligence has been integrated into these systems, which has led to the creation of more efficient military technology that is less dependent on the participation of humans. Additionally, as a direct result of this, the functionality of warfare systems has enhanced, as has their synergy, all while requiring a lesser amount of upkeep. The development of autonomous weapons that can carry out coordinated assaults could be made possible with the help of artificial intelligence. Number 3. Logistics.
So like that part right there, a lot of people just kind of gloss over that. It's like, bro, we have unmanned weapons of war that are run by AI. Well, I guess they call them AI assisted. They're run by humans, but it's AI assisted. And the goal is to get them completely run by AI, which, okay, that's fine. But again, that could be a problem. If someone hacks the system, that's the problem. Um, I ain't gonna lie to you. That one I'm a little leery of, especially in the early stages. If we get to a point where they're all right, we have these fail safes, whatever. All right, cool, let's give it a shot. But um, could you imagine just an unarmed nuclear sub just prowling, just out there doing this thing? It's run completely by AI, 100% automated, which would be great for defense because it takes a lot of training to train up, a submariner. Like you get these submarine guys, they're hardcore dudes. It takes a lot of training, and those subs are nuclear powered. So there's that. They're underwater all the time. It's very dangerous. It's very hazardous. They get, there's a lot of stress. That movie Crimson Tide really did a good job of showing the kind of stress that a nuclear sub could be under, and like the captain of a nuclear sub and his first officer and what they would go through in that crew. It's there's a lot to be worried about. Um, that's where America wants to get. They want to get to the point where we don't have to risk sailors. We can just have it 100% automated, and AI is just out there doing the mission. Okay, that's cool. But what if some rogue organization is able to somehow hack their way into that database, somehow get into, deal with that AI? Now, AI being AI is artificial intelligence. It should be able to determine that someone's trying to hack in and do what it has to do to defend it. Um, It's just one of those things. It opens up a whole new way of doing business. But if you can convince the computer that America is the threat somehow and get that computer to launch whatever weapons it has on America, it's crazy. Or on any country, you know what I mean? On Egypt, on Syria, on Russia, on United Kingdom, on England. Like if you can convince one AI controlled weapon system to launch to attack someone, who's responsible? Hey, if a Syrian drone goes rogue and attacks Poland, okay, who's responsible? Well, Syrians made it, but they gave it to Russia, or Russia bought it, and Russia used it in the war against in Ukraine. But the daggone drone went rogue and attacked Poland. Okay, Russia attacked Poland. You see how this goes? Like it could get bad. It could get bad really fast. It could get really bad really fast. And Brother Viking said, that's the saying goes, measure twice and cut once. That goes for flying a drone as well as building AI. Facts. I would say maybe measure 5 times and cut once when it comes to this type of AI, like what we're talking about. Brother Pitney, what happens when enemy steals the keys? Call of Duty, right? You know, there's so many different things. Brother Viking, yep, that's a whole new cat and mouse game for control. Absolutely. Miss AK80 lady is in the house. What's good, sis? How you feeling? Good to see you. Foxtrot Sierra is like easy to use for false flag operations, scary thoughts, to be honest. If you can hack it. I mean, again, you're gonna have artificial intelligence that's extremely intelligent and self-taught, so it's continuously learning. So in theory, you should get to a point where AI is unhackable because the AI is going to be so much smarter than any human. However, what if AI decides to do something? That's where you have a problem. AI decides, like, y'all, we need to go ahead and do something to this country because this country is doing bad things or whatever. And now you got a problem because now the weapon controls itself. You no longer control the weapon. But I'm with Miss Globe Girl. We can't be afraid of technology. I agree with her 100%. However, we do want to ensure that the technology has protocols in place that can keep us safe. And us, I mean by all humans. Ms. Globe Girl is saying right now, we've had non-AI man warfare systems that come with challenges too, from internal human threats to current cyber attacks that America don't even know about. Yeah, the Americans don't even know about. Yeah. Absolutely. She's 100% correct. Even before this technology era, there was always stuff going on. There was always people getting shot at. Like, you know, it's cost of doing business. You know, Americans are sitting here all nice and happy in America doing whatever they're doing in America. Meanwhile, there's soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines off in these very far places they got no business being, doing America's business, you know, and taking care of business. The CIA has been out there forever. And, you know, if you ever go to Langley, if you ever go into the CIA headquarters and they have all those black stars on the wall, those black stars represent CIA people who don't exist that gave their life for this country. So I get you, sis. I'm with you. It's there. Hopefully they're out there doing what they're supposed to do. Ms. Globe Girl saying it's the protocols that are in place that keep Americans safe, and we don't even know it. Facts. She ain't telling no lies. She's telling the truth, y'all. So let's continue with the video.
And transport. In the not too distant future, artificial intelligence will play an important role in the logistics and support provided by the military sector. For a military operation to be effective, it is necessary for all the munitions, weapons, soldiers, and supplies to be transferred successfully from one site to another. It is possible that
and that's facts. I mean, artificial intelligence is way better than humans and way more efficient when it comes to logistics. Trust me when I tell you, the Army is horrible at logistics, but AI can get it there. I mean, I would definitely trust AI to taking care of logistics before I take, trust a human or a group of humans to do it. Target recognition. Let's check this out.
Recognition. There is a possibility that solutions based on artificial intelligence will be able to improve the accuracy of target recognition in challenging and dangerous environments. These strategies make it feasible for the armed forces to get a complete awareness of possible operation fields by analyzing news feeds, documents, reports, and other forms of information. This makes it possible for the armed forces to conduct more effective missions. When artificial intelligence is incorporated into systems that recognize targets, those systems become better able to zero in on the precise location of their targets. AI-driven target recognition systems have several capabilities, some of which include analyzing mission methods, forecasting the behavior of an adversary, accumulating data on environmental variables, and devising mitigation strategies. Other capabilities include analyzing data on environmental variables, accumulating data on environmental variables, and forecasting the behavior of an adversary. Machine learning is utilized to successfully track objectives utilizing the data that was obtained. Number 5.
So even with that right there, as our military becomes more reliant upon this type of technology, upon AI, soldiers learn less. So when I was in, it was all about land navigation. That was it. Even though we had satellites, every soldier, especially those guys in these type units, land nav was key for Rangers, for Green Berets, for people who are going to be out there by themselves. You had to be able to move around the planet with a map, right, and a compass. You had to know how to do that. You had to know your pace count. There was so many things that you needed to know. Now everything's GPS based. Everything. So if the satellites go down because there's, I don't know, a nasty solar flare, I'm not sure that most American forces can land navigate themselves to safety or whatever, or continue with the mission because we're so reliant upon that technology. And I think that's bad. I'm not sure what Green Berets are doing, but I'm certain I'm sure they still land navigate. I'm not sure what the Navy is doing. I don't know if those ships still have sextants. I don't know what the Air Force is doing, because I think the Air Force still trains on ground-based navigational aids. Uh, the Army, our mission in the Army as air traffic controllers, tactical air traffic controllers, we would provide ground-based navigational aids. What we called a beacon. We like it was non-directional beacon. Our job would be jump in wherever needed and set up the beacon and turn it on when we need it, so the aviators can get their last good bearing before they go in on their target or something like that. That mission was very important, and we had to learn how to land nav. We had to know how to do that. Even though we had GPS, we still would use our land navigation uh, training to get us where we needed to go, and then we could set up, and complete our mission. They don't have that anymore. Everything is solely reliant on tech, on satellites, on AI, and stuff like that. So I don't know. And then to have the computer, marking your targets and doing all that. Again, what if the computer decides to mark another target? What if now the computer is telling you who to fire on, and in some of these systems, the computer actually fires. So it is what it is. It's kind of it's a brave new world out there. It's a brave new world, brother Viking. Anyone that has not seen the Ghost in the Shell anime, you may want to give it a watch, as a lot of the stuff they showed is coming true as we speak. Yeah, anime, like cartoons and science fiction, always becomes science fact. It's just it's just how it works. They plant the seeds and then some smart person makes it happen in real life. That's how we got cell phones, because of Star Trek. So and it's so much tech out there that exists today based on science fiction movies. Like Dick Tracy, go all the way back to the cartoons in the 1930s and 40s. Dick Tracy was talking to his watch. Now that's an everyday thing. You can talk it to your watch whenever. So I believe you, bro. And I've never watched the anime Ghost in the Shell. I didn't what's her name did that movie? I think Scarlett Johansson. Didn't she do the movie? And live action movie, which is Ghost in the Shell, I think, or something similar to it. Let's see, brother Frank. Back when I was in CF, the Canadian Forces, we were stressed to learn map and compass. Sure, we learned to use GPS, but we try to rely on analog methods just in case. I was in, like I said, I was in the early 90s. It was 85% analog. We didn't rely on tech. We didn't rely on satellites. We didn't rely on GPS. I mean, the Army had GPS. You know, the tip of the spear guys were using GPS a lot, but they knew how to land nav. I mean, you had to learn how to land navigate. That was it. You couldn't be a ranger, you couldn't be a green beret, you couldn't be alert, you couldn't be any of these high speed dudes if you didn't know how to land nav. You couldn't be on a TAC team, and you know, as an air traffic control, uh, tactical controller. You couldn't do it. You had to learn how to land navigate. And brother Viking, it's like big facts. I am no expert, but I can at least read and use a map. Absolutely. Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, what did I say? Then I think I said Scarlett. Did I say Scarlett Johansson or did I say somebody else? I always forget these stars' name, but I won't forget her face, man. She's fine. Scarlett ain't no joke. So there's one more part. It talks about a lot of the communication and all that stuff between systems, which it is what it is. But the last part I wanted to show you guys was their number 8 here, combat simulation and training.
Simulation and training. The construction of the computerized models that are utilized in simulation and training calls for expertise from a variety of disciplines, including computer science, system engineering, and software engineering, to name just a few of them. The purpose of these models is to acquaint soldiers with the many kinds of combat systems that are utilized in the execution of military missions. The amount of money that is currently being poured into the development of simulation and training software has reached an all-time high. The United States Army conducts warfare analysis and has also started sensor simulation programs. These initiatives were recently introduced. The United States Navy has awarded contracts to numerous private companies, including SAIC, Orbital AgKey, and Leidos, for the provision of assistance for a variety of different programs. To summarize, the applications of artificial intelligence in the future of military technology will be of the utmost importance. It will be used to increase productivity, reduce the quantity of work that is necessary, and dramatically speed up activities in contrast to humans. Because research into artificial intelligence is still going on now, these technologies will be more advanced in the future. So, these are the top 8 applications of artificial intelligence in military. We hope you found our video informative. If you did,
Yeah, it's a pretty good video. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a pretty good video. Stuff they're talking about, real talk. It's the future. I just don't know. I just don't know how secure they are right now. Um, yeah, there it is. I just don't know how secure they are. Brother Viking is saying the movie was okay, but they left out a lot of good sci-fi parts, like the standalone complex. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the anime. I'll check it out. I mean, I like good stories. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's a good story, I want to check it out. Um, yeah, definitely gonna check that out. So get rid of this too. Well, I'll keep that. Um, Ms. Globe Girl. Now men don't have to whine about women fighting wars because they won't be fighting either. Yeah, but men are always gonna fight each other. And I don't care what world we're in. There's always gonna be dudes fighting, probably fighting over some chick that don't want either one of them. So it is what it is. You two dudes over here be fighting about some girl, then some guy like me be walking off with said girl, about to go have some fun while them dudes beat themselves in the head over. Yeah, I try to tell these guys like, bro, it ain't worth it. I've been there. I've done that. I've been just as stupid. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been stupid. Um, but you're right though. So it's other people gonna be fighting. There's gonna be folks that come out of nowhere. They're gonna want to fight AI. You know, that's gonna be a thing. They're gonna want to fight AI because it just it's crazy. But you know, people gonna want to rebel and this and that. And boy, we're gonna see how this plays out. But that's funny, Miss Glow Girls. You said that. It's like now humans ain't fighting at all. It's all robotics. Brother Viking, the idea of a standalone complex predicts the outcome of the increased mass deletions out there, huh? Huh. That's something to think about, bro. Yeah, that's something to think about. I'm gonna have to watch that anime, man, and maybe I can find it on. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna go on there and then watch it. I want to say I've seen it there. I just didn't watch the movie. But that's a good, you know, you know, the problem with America and these mass shootings is we don't want to take the time to find these crazy people and help them. That's my take on that whole thing, bro. It's mental. We got a lot of crazy folks out here, man. There's a lot of guns in this country. So, and until we look in on that and take care of these crazy folks, man, we're gonna continue to have this problem. Even if we go out there and we help and we, we looking on these crazy folks, man, we still, some gonna slip through the cracks, man. And it is what it is. People snap. So, we got a lot of systems over here the way our laws work and this and everything else is just people snap, man. Let's keep it 100. So, we'll see what it does. Miss Globe Girl referring to the draft narrative. Oh yeah. Hey, Miss Globe Girl. Hey, check this out, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I believe that all women should register for the draft. I'll take it a step further. I believe that all Americans should have to serve in the United States military at age 18. All Americans. There'd be very few exemptions. That's my take on it. I get so upset watching our political process play out with a bunch of people talking about go to war and do this and that, and they ain't never served. I can't stand that. You know what I mean? I can't stand that at all. These people wouldn't be so eager to go to war if they knew exactly what it meant. You understand what it means to be deployed, Ms. Globe Girl. You've been there, you've served, you went through all the training, did what you had to do. I understand that. There's a lot of people out there who do, but we are in a very, very small minority. I think that every American should have to enlist in the United States military as well, and we'll see how eager people are to commit this country to war. Until robots are doing the fight. Once robots do the fight, then it is what it is. But I'm with you on that, the draft narrative. But having said all that, yeah, women should have to draft. They should have to register for the draft like everyone else. They should have to register with Selective Service. So I did this. I was talking about doing this show a few weeks ago, and and Brother Frank wanted to come on and talk about some tech because his show is all about war and the history of warfare, and he focused a lot on World War I and World War II. So we wanted to talk about some tech that was used even back then. It kind of ties into this. So I made sure I let him know, like, hey, I'm doing a show because he's, and I was like, if you want to, be in the chat, I'll drop the link. I dropped the link and boom, here he is. You know what I mean? So what's good, bro? How you feeling?
Ooh, hey, what's going on? Can you hear me well?
Oh yeah. We got
awesome.
you, man.
Perfect. Yes. Hey, how's it going, DL?
Yeah, everything's cool, bro. Just lazy Sunday, man. Just making myself get up and do this, bro. Like I said, it's hard to get up every single day, but you got to make yourself do it. I want to read one more chat and then I'll turn it over to you. Brother Viking saying, most that have seen real combat are not eager to fight. That's facts, bro. Anybody that's been in a fight or been in combat, man, you ain't in a hurry to do it. Even if you've been in a fight in the streets, you ain't in a hurry to get back to it, man. You don't want to get to it because even when you win, it hurts. It hurts. You're going to get hit. You're going to get scuffed up. You're going to might break something. Most people mess up their hands when they punch people because they don't know how to punch properly. So
big facts.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a fight, man, if you can avoid it because it hurts even when you win. So, Brother Frank, man, what's good, man? What's on your mind?
Not too much. First off, it's a long weekend for us Canadians. As I told you, it's a Victoria Day week. Think of it as your Columbus Day, right? It's another Commonwealth holiday for us. It's another excuse for not going to work and get paid. But anyway, good thing you actually discussing this topic, because even back then, where we talk about like drone warfare, cyber warfare, whatever, like think about back in the Second World War when actually the Germans actually used such technology called the Goliath tracked mine. You heard of that before?
Goliath? No, I can't say that I have. I see you sent some other stuff too. So I'm gonna add this to the stream as well.
All right. Yep. Okay. So this is the pretty much a concept of it right here. Okay. I see over there are Americans riding on these low track mines. Particularly these were captured, I assume, in Utah or Omaha Beach, because they were not often used, especially during the Normandy campaign, but they were widely used during the Soviet campaign. We'll talk about Stalingrad, Battle of Kursk. All right. So just let me stop sharing that. Okay. So you guys have the idea of it. So it's practically a remote-controlled demolition vehicle designed, developed by Germany during the Second World War. Again, it's a small tank-like vehicle, remote and unmanned. So, yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, unmanned vehicle during its time. Can you believe that?
I can. JFK, like John F. Kennedy, older brother was lost in a project trying to develop a remotely piloted, basically bomb, like one of the early versions of a like a drone type thing. And I'm not sure if it was a B-24 Liberator or a B-17 bomber, but I think it was a B-17. They loaded that thing up with bombs, and they, this was a prototype, and they were setting up the controls so it could be remotely piloted to the destination and blow up whatever it was going to blow up. Unfortunately, his life, and the life of all the guys on the crew on board were lost during the test. They went to set it. Something happened. Maybe there was a spike. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But the bomb detonated before they could exit the aircraft. So, like you said, as far back as World War II, all of the nations were trying to develop technologies that were, didn't require humans to be on board. They wanted pilotless bombs. A lot, and I guess it was Nazi Germany that came up with the V1 and the V2 program,
Yep.
which
First Tomahawk missile program.
most successful to date. But like I said, there's America. They want to take humans out of the equation when it comes to warfare, and because it's cheaper, and sometimes it's more effective. But I don't know. It also removes the cost of human life, which is normally why people stop fighting, because they get tired of the loss of life. But you're right, bro, and that just shows how far back it goes.
Yeah. The first version of its kind was developed in 1941. Actually, it wasn't actually 100% German credit. It was actually developed by a French military designer by the name of Adolphe Grace, Grace. If I could pronounce it correctly, it's French. So even though I'm Canadian, I'm still bad at French. Anyway, he came up with an idea of a mobile tracked bomb. Basically to destroy fortifications, tanks, bridges, whatever. All right. However, during the Battle of France in 1940, as you and I discussed earlier on, Grace attempted to sabotage the design by tossing it down the river, but however, he failed because the Germans end up capturing it, saying, "Ooh, this is cool. What does this do? Ah, I see where they're going with this." And that's when they developed their own versions of it. Some were small unmanned vehicle weighing over, like, let's say 130 pounds, 58.9 kilograms, equipped with 2 electric motors that allows it to move forwards and backwards. It can carry up to 100 pounds of explosives, which can be detonated remotely. So think of it this way. It actually is controlled by a series of wires that's connected. In fact, I do have a video of it. It's only like a minute and 15-second video. If you don't mind, if I can present to you.
We're cool on that because we're coming up on the end. I got something to do. That's why I only do these shows for an hour. I only do these shows for an hour, but that's some cool stuff, man. For those who are interested, man, please check out. And I'm going to drop your link to your show in the description right now into the chat. But
appreciate it.
People always are looking for better, innovative ways to conduct warfare. And again, the key being, if we can remove humans from the equation, they can fight the war longer. And let's keep it 100. We're going to put our tinfoil hats on for a second. War is big business, bro. That's what it boils down to. So if they can, like we were in the Middle East for over 10 years, this last thing, with George W. Bush sent our soldiers in to attack Saddam Hussein because of weapons of mass destruction and these alleged ties to Osama bin Laden, which we all know were lies. I knew it was a lie back then. No one wanted to listen to me though. But if they can find a way to fight wars that doesn't cost human lives, and they could just build robots to go out there fight, then we'll still be fighting. They will still have robots in there because it's just them making money, which is sad, bro. I mean, it's really sad, man. So, I didn't realize that you served in the Canadian Armed Forces, bro. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, dude. I thought I mentioned this before though, but anyway, I have. In fact, what if I told you that the Canadian Army still practices World War I tactics?
What do you mean they still practice? What, for fun? Kind of like we do reenactments. Why would they do that?
Good question. Okay, so this is my theory anyway. All right, so let's just say that the United States of America. It's you guys have the most badass, sophisticated military machines on this planet. Let's keep it 100, right?
Yep.
However, what's worse than a nuclear bomb that is non-lethal?
was worse than a nuclear. Well, you know, atom and hydrogen bombs taking them off the table. Chemical, not biological weapons are bad.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, but I'm looking for a specific one.
All right, bro. Like, I mean, like I said, it's for me the worst weapon, the worst battle, the worst weapon on the battlefield are automatic weapons, bro. You know what I mean? You're looking at machine guns, all types of machine guns, Vulcans, and stuff like that. That wreaks most. That wreaks all sorts of damage.
All right. However, okay. I think what's worse than a nuclear bomb is an EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Imagine striking onto a city, and like it can destroy the city will destroy it inside out within 24 hours because people will just kill each other over scarce resources, right? So
yeah, in theory, it depends.
Yeah.
I mean, New York had a power outage back in the 70s, early 80s, and then it happened again in like the late 1990s, I think, early 2000s.
Like we're talking about total blackout. Like even batteries are fried. So there goes your tanks, there goes your vehicles, there goes your cool red dot sights on your rifles.
Well, you know, again, you get real soldiers don't use those. You gotta understand something. Like we know how to fight. Like, you know what I mean? So you know, when you're carrying those red dots, all that extra stuff you put on your weapon is stupid because you got to carry that weapon. You don't want anything to make the thing heavier. But I get your point. But even if, like when New York had the blackout, right? It wasn't as bad as people thought it was going to be. And the blackout lasted a few days. So it was one of those things where it's like, yo, this, you know, they thought it was going to be total chaos. If you do that now, you know, you'll have all the looting and everything, but people are already looting. So I get you with the EMP, but if it's wartime, you know, I see what you're saying. So this is why they're worried about that. So this is why they still use World War I tactics.
Yeah,
okay.
That's worst case scenario. Yeah, of course we do have we're a modern warfare like everybody else. We just do things differently. You know, like just worst case scenario. Just like what America has a zombie contingency plan, just in case.
Hilarious, yeah, because of the movies. It's hilarious, but yeah, man. I mean, I get that now. Oh, that makes sense. We didn't do that, but you know, we still train in hand to hand, and you're still issued a bayonet. So at the end of the day, it comes down to just right. End of the day, it comes down to being barbaric. Somebody beat you over the head with something or stick something in you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Pause. But it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things, bro. So, all right, that's cool, man. I'm glad you could pop up, man. We're about to, you know, we got like 8 more minutes. We're about to wrap
no
this up.
problem. Like if you want, I can dive deep more into this, especially during the Stalingrad and Kursk campaign.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you do this on your channel, so we'll send people that way. And like I said, I'll go ahead.
Oh, so I was gonna say I might do like one of those non-live videos of it, just giving a quick breakdown. Yeah, you know what? Hey, I might do that actually. So stick around.
there you go. Check that out in the link. Well, not in the link, but in the comments, I drops the Foxtrot Sierra link. Please go over there, like and subscribe, guys. Like it's good information coming out over there, bro, for real. And it's coming from a Canadian who served. My kind of dude, man. So all right, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you was able to come up here and school us on what they were doing as far back as 1942. But like those track vehicles to go get mines, crazy. And then, you know, America losing one of his sons, you know, and I forget his name, but John F. Kennedy's older brother, I forget his name, but he lost his life in an experimental project with a flying bomb, basically. And
I'd like to say Robert, but no, that's
RFK, and the RFK Jr. Like Robert Kennedy was the younger one, but that's my fault for not pulling it up. I should have pulled it up ahead of time.
It's all good.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. And I'll holler at you later, man. People can find you on there. Go ahead and plug yourself one last time where they can find you.
All right. You can find me over at the Foxtrot Sierra podcast, youtube.com / at the Foxtrot Sierra podcast. Also, you can find me on Instagram at the Foxtrot Sierra podcast. Over there, you can look at, there's a whole bunch of links over there you can actually go over. TikTok, same thing at the Foxtrot Sierra podcast. Reddit. Actually, go to one of my videos. I have a whole plethora of links. You actually go there. So go over to my video, subscribe and like the channel so I can level up on this bitch. So again,
there you go.
Thank you.
All right, brother. I'm gonna holler at you later, man.
All right.
Peace. So and that's what's up, man. Brother Vikings, like good info. I enjoyed this. Drop the sub. We'll check out some of the content as I have time. That's what's up. Appreciate that, bro. And this is what YouTube's about, man. We got to collab. We got to help each other get there, man. It is hard getting subs. It's hard coming up with content. It really is, guys. but it's fun. It's challenging. Just like it's hard getting on stage and tell jokes in front of a bunch of strangers, but I do it anyway. It's going down this summer, guys. I'm definitely going to be up performing. I'm about to get into it. I'm going to vlog as I get back into comedy hardcore. So I'm going to, every time I do an open mic or every time I do a small show, I'm going to vlog me getting, preparing for it. How, so you guys can kind of get a look behind the curtain, a peek behind the curtain to see how this comic prepares for his shows. I'm just waiting for my daughter's last day of school, which is Friday. I don't know who's more excited, me or her. Like her last day of school was Friday. She's gotten her grades up. I'm so proud of my little baby doing her thing. She did it all by herself. Just me browbeating her every day. Did you come up with a plan? Did you come up with a plan? Did you come up with a plan? And she's like, yes. Did you get your grades up? She's like, look, I got my grades up. I'm so proud of my little girl. But she's done Friday, and Friday night, actually, I'll be out and about. Like I said, every time I go do something, comedically, I'm going to vlog it. Maybe I'll start posting that on Instagram. So let me put the Instagram up. I'm going to start vlogging and posting this stuff on Instagram. I think I'm going to start doing Instagram lives so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing comedically, where I'm trying to get in, where I'm trying to perform. And, as the shows begin to roll in, you guys can see how it plays out. I'm going to be, as I said, I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale, June 2nd for the Fresh and Fit Valuetainment collab. Let me see if I can find that. And that is going to be a good time. Y'all know I can't type and talk at the same time. Trying to Google some information here. So I don't know if you guys have plans for June 2nd, but if you're in South Florida and you're looking for something cool to do, you should check out this Fresh and Fit Valuetainment collab. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see if it'll come up. Trying to pull it up right now. Man, I cannot. Guys, y'all need to understand something. I cannot type and talk at the same time at all. At all. I just can't do it. And here it is right here. Fresh and Fit Live. Okay. But Adam Sosnick. Let me pull this up and show you guys. Let me pull this up real quick, and then we'll just end the show on this. Me supporting my two favorite podcasts. So here it is. So Fresh and Fit Podcast. I hate it when they make you get the whatever. So it's June 2nd, 2023 at 6 p.m. It's a live event. This is going to be cool. This is the first ever collab, like a live event between Valuetainment and Fresh and Fit. So it's going to be pretty cool. Two of the hottest podcasts in Miami are coming together for the first time in front of a live studio audience at Valuetainment on June 2nd at 6 p.m. I will be there, guys. I was trying to find, okay, here it is. General admission is $100. Premium is $250. VIP is $500. And the VIP package includes VIP sitting, an exclusive Q&A, photo opportunities with the hosts, meet and greet, and access to the cigar lounge where the guests network with their professionals, as well as Adam and the Fresh and Fit host. So, all right, there it is right there. You can purchase tickets right here. If you just type in value, matter of fact, let me just drop this into the chat. If anyone's in South Florida and they're thinking about, they want something to do on that Friday, there you go. It's right there. Oh, and now let me find it. See, I messed up. Now I got to go back because I messed up, and I lost my place in the chat. So here we go. I'm gonna put this in the chat right here, guys. I'm sorry for screwing that all up. That should have been way, way better. As far as me pulling that all together. All right, here we go. All right, that was horrible. That was terrible what I just did. I got to get better, y'all. I got to get better. Me trying to do multitask in my old head, I messed that all up. But there it is. There's the link. 6 p.m. June 2nd at the Valuetainment facilities. It's going to be a good time. If you're interested, check that link out. You know what I mean? If you're not interested, it's all good. I understand, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in Florida for a couple days, and I'll be also getting myself booked in some, doing some comedy while I'm down there, at least trying to set that up. And all summer long, I'm going to be working hard. I'm going to be going real hard on the comedy side. So check out my Instagram. Look out for those vlogs, and you guys will be able to see what it's like to be a stand-up comedian today. I'm telling you, bro, it's a lot of fun, but boy, oh boy, it's hard. It's hard. Brother D-Max in the house. What's good, fam? That would be nice to see how you prepare for a show. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing all that, bro. I don't do sit down and write. I just go out and I observe people, and I get jokes just from looking at people because I be thinking of stupid stuff to say. Look at that dummy over there, and then I'll take notes, and then I actually try my material on stage. I'll get a concept. I'll go on stage. I'll do it. I'll record it, just audio, and then I'll sit down and listen to it. I'll try to work it into something. That's how I do it. Some other comedians, they got to sit down and write, and then they go on stage with their notebook, and they're looking at their notebook, and they're writing, and, everyone has a different. So you guys get to see my process, and, you get to see the other comics that I'm interacting with. I mean, it's a whole community, y'all. It's a real cool thing to witness. So, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll turn this into a documentary, yo. Maybe we'll turn this into a short documentary, and then we'll put that into some film festivals and see what happens. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get some footage. We're gonna kind of see what we have, and maybe we have something to put up, like a small documentary. That'd be kind of cool. So there it is. It happened here first. Yeah, it happened here first. So that's what we're gonna be doing, man. Be looking out for that. I'm gonna look, as early as next Friday night, you might see some vlogs on my Instagram, bro. And that's I Really Want to Know podcast, all one word. Take you to my Instagram. It's a picture of me on stage. And here's a picture of me on stage. So if that's the one you want to go to, don't go to my private Instagram. If you go to my private Instagram, I won't see the request. I hardly ever look at it. That's just for family. I barely look at that. And my private Instagram has a picture of me and my daughter. Don't go there. Go to my Instagram where the I Really Want to Know podcast, and it's me on stage. You can't miss it. It's open to the public. My other Instagram is private. Go to the one that's open, it's public, and stay tuned there. You're gonna see all this stuff, man. Me hanging out with my buddies like Ty Barnett and Brett Ernst, and whoever else might be coming through, or I might be going to see them. It's gonna be good. That's what we're gonna do, man. We might change it into a documentary. So I'm glad you guys were able to check this out, man. Special thanks to brother Frank, Foxtrot Sierra podcast. Please go over there and support him, what he's trying to do. He's just schooling people and giving real knowledge, real history. He's, he ain't sugarcoating it. He's telling the truth. Brother Cody is Kings in the house. What's good? ADO, when are you going to start making content about your new organization? Soon. We're not quite ready. We just set a date for our first event, and we're going to be filming that event, just getting footage from that event. So once we get that up and running, yeah, you're gonna start seeing a lot of content from our events, and we're talking about the New Templars. We started a group here in Tampa called the New Templars. So it's a group of men, young and old, who get together and we just fellowship amongst each other. We talk about important topics that affect men. We talk about dating. We talk about getting your money up, getting into the gym. We talk about contact sports. We talk about all sorts of stuff. We talk about the hazards of the criminal court system and the family court system. We talk about all that. We talk about taxes, how to get your money, how to keep your money, right? We talk about how to build yourself up. We talk about everything now. And because we are talking about men issues does not mean we are against women. It does not. This does not. This is a male organization because men need a tribe. And that's what we're doing here. The New Templars are a tribe, and our events are always co-ed. So we always have beautiful women come to our events. That's our plan. And we're going to see how it works out, bro. And we will be filming as we move along with building up the New Templars. So thanks for reminding me about that, bro. It's good stuff, man. And brother D-Mac, cool. Brother D-Mac, do you guys ever meet online? We do not. That's one of the things about this organization. And I'm the president of the organization. I'm going to be president for a couple of years. We are not doing this thing online. You're going to have to come see us. one of the things we plan to do, hopefully Q2 or Q3 of next year, is we're going to travel. Our first trip will probably be Miami because it's the closest and it's fly, right? But we plan to go to places like Dallas, Atlanta, DC. You know, we want Oklahoma City. We plan to travel within the United States, and then probably year 3, we'll start going international, start taking trips outside of America. But we're an organization that meet and greet in person, shake hands, make eye contact. I don't want this to be cyber at all. So yo, hit me up, D-Mac. Like I said, man, we might, come into a city near you, bro. And it'd be one of those things where you can come check us out. We have our main membership, and we also have associate membership for those who don't live in the commute area or close enough to get to us once a month, because we meet once a month. We do have a package for those people who are like associate members, and we kind of working that out as well. But no, that's a long way to say no, we do not do cyber stuff. But the associate membership includes a package where if we're doing a meeting, we send you that so you can see what was said in the meeting. You also get access to the minutes. And then I believe we allow associate members to vote by proxy. I gotta go back and read the bylaws to see what we agreed on that. But as you can see, we're just getting started, man. We're still getting our foundation together. But I'll keep you posted, bro. I'll definitely keep you posted. But this is what we're doing. No Zoom shit. We want it in person, in live, in color, right here. We gonna reach out, shake hands, break bread like men used to do it back in the day, bro. So and we based the group on the Knights Templars. You know what I mean? We're like, that was my idea. We call it the New Templars because I was just taken by the notion of noble knights out there living by a code and holding themselves accountable to their own moral code and stuff like that. So we kind of borrowed from the New Templars. We're not like them in the sense that, because the Templars, y'all know the Templars didn't have sex with women. They were real extreme. We're not that extreme. Templars went and fought wars. We ain't trying to do that. But I was just taken by the fact that, these guys, these poor men went off and then became one of the most powerful organizations on the planet. So powerful, in fact, it took a pope to bring them down. But it is what it is. But yeah, brother D-Mac, I'm gonna keep you posted, man, because we definitely want to get you involved. And every month we have meetings and we bring people in. We bring in speakers, and folks come in here and we talk about everything. And we talk about finance. We talk about the laws. Like I said before, we bring people in to talk about fashion. We bring people in to talk about timepieces, investment opportunities. You name it, womanizing. Yep, talk about that too. Gotta have games. So we bring guys in here and they talk about game. We talk about everything. How to prepare for a recession. Recession's coming up. We talk about these things. We have people in all fields. So that's the point of the New Templars, is to educate folks and get people to speed, and then have other like-minded men there to hold you accountable to your own word. Like you say you're gonna do something as a group, as an organization, we're gonna hold you accountable to your own words. You said you was gonna do this, then go out there and do it. So it is what it is. Brother Doug's in the house. Salute to you, bro. What's happening? Good to see you. All right, I went over 8 minutes. I wanted to give an hour to it. We gave an hour, and I wanted to give that hour to AI and how it's changing the battlefield. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We had Brother Frank come through, and also I appreciate you, Brother D-Mac, man, with the $20 super chat. Would women distort the views and objective with the mission? No, women will become a distraction. I love women. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love women, especially good women. Like the Bible says, man, you find it. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. A good woman is invaluable. A good woman will help you 10x, 100x, 1,000x your mission. But in a group setting like this, women can be distracting. It could be a distraction, because we have these young men who are out here. Maybe they got some simpleton type, what I mean, sensibilities and the way they move, and there are guys who just can't focus around women. Just keep it 100. There are guys who it could be good businessmen. They could be focused until a woman walks in, and then they lose control and they don't know what to do. So to avoid that, no women. Now, eventually, hopefully by year 4, we can spin off an organization, a sister organization, the same thing, where you have women come together and do their thing. But For now, it's like, no. When we have our meetings, no, it's men only. The organization is men only right now. Of course, when we do our events, it's co-ed, but we need guys to be focused. We need to teach men how to be focused and how to see through any possible distraction. Right? We need to teach young men how to be the best versions of themselves. And once we do that, I think we'll have a better country. I think we'll have better societies, and I think we can retake our communities, all of our communities, not just the Black community, not just the white community. All communities in America, in my opinion, are suffering. So that's what we're doing. So, all right, I appreciate it, Brother Coney. You sure the Templars weren't effing girls, DL? I don't know if I believe that. Yo, if you go back and you look at what they said they were doing, they were celibate. The Templars were celibate. You know what I mean? Now, there were different sets. The Hospitallers and the Hospitallers, I think I'm pronouncing that right. And then there was another set that was like all about finance. But the Knights Templars, now they weren't allowed to be with women, according to their own doctrine. Now we know what time it is, bro. We know what time it is. But maybe that's what made them so fierce on the battlefield, bro. You know what I mean? They had all that pent up frustration because they couldn't get on with no women. So, Brother Viking, yep, a good woman by your side is a game changer. But if you lack focus as a man, it's easy to get sidetracked. Facts. And this is what we're trying to do. I want to introduce these young men to focus and mission, right? I want to introduce these men. I want these men to reflect to become the best they can possibly become, right? Learn these things, learn these traits is going to make them high value and wanted by women. So these guys go out with a mindset of abundance as opposed to that of a simpleton, right? So that's what we're going to do. Ms. Globe Girl, distort views and objective answer. Just be the leaders that you want to be and stop thinking about the power of a woman. I hear you, sis, but these young guys, these guys are lost, you know what I mean? And they easily distracted. And I don't want that distraction. When we have our meetings, they stay focused. You know, they're on task, on mission. It's great. And I've already noticed it. Even when we have like the waitress will come over and these guys just boom. It's like, oh, squirrel. You know what I mean? Because there's a woman standing there, a pretty woman, and they lose their damn mind. So it's definitely a distraction. And this is just something that I'm trying to do. Just create an organization. I want something that's going to outlive me. So, Brother Cody, when you're gonna have at Miss Globe Girl in your show, DL? I don't know, man. Miss Globe Girl, she ain't messing with me, man. Miss Globe Girl, when you gonna do the show, sis? When we gonna do the show? She won't even hit me up on Instagram, bro. So I'm gonna keep trying, man. We putting together that female show, man. And Brother Cody, don't forget, man, you and Shushu, bro. We're gonna have that show hopefully within the next month or so, man. I'm gonna hit you up, man. We got to make that happen. So it is what it is. D-Mac and Miss Globe Girl. I encourage men getting together without women in the room. Men in the place to think and speak freely. Facts. And that's what we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do with New Templars. And so far it's been fairly. Our membership is slowly growing, but we're getting quality men coming out and talking to us. And it's not just Manosphere guys. It's not just RP guys, man. I'm talking about just regular old folks. We had that conversation last Friday. We met last Friday. So it's like I want every man. I want the most liberal guys and the most conservative guys in the same. I want blue pill, red pill. I want them all in here, but I don't care if the guy's gay. I don't care. He's a man. You come on in here, bro. We need, all of us men need to get together and understand what it is to be a man. Period. This is something I think that's needed in this country. And I'm running on. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. So yeah, I gotta go. But thanks. And Ms. Globe Girl, D-Mac, I'm sure you're a real woman does not want to be in a meeting for men. You're right. They don't want to be. Real women drop their men off and they leave. All right, I'll be back in a couple hours, hon. And they leave. You take care of your business and I'll come back. Those are the women that, yes, those, you're right. You are so right, sis. You are so right, sis. So, all right, let's break this off. Maybe we'll continue this conversation next week. Maybe we'll do a show about it. Should boys and girls be educated separate? Remember they used to have all boys schools and all girls schools. Should we go back to that? Should men have their spaces and women have their spaces? And I ain't talking about a guy's trip to Colombia and girls' trip to Tulum. I ain't talking about that. Should men and women have their organizations or their groups or whatever, maybe we should talk about that. Maybe we should, but I got to go. Thanks for rocking out with me, y'all. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all, especially coming through on a Sunday. You know what I mean? I truly appreciate it. Again, shout out to Brother Frank for coming through, man, and talking about old school war stuff. And shout out to everybody who served in the military, whatever country you in. I respect all of you. For those who didn't serve, you know what I mean? It's never too late. You're still young enough. Get out there and enlist. Get some, baby. Get some. So I'm done here. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. But I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.